But like I said, let me get into the definition of what being raptured is, right? Uh, so it means to be carried away as prey, right? It means to be violently taken away. It means to be kidnapped. It means to be abducted, right? And it means to be raped, right? It means to be plundered. You get what I'm saying, right? And so a lot of us don't even understand that we have pretty much as a people, especially black people, and I use black because it's just a socially accepted term. We as black people, we have been we have been raptured so much during our existence here on earth. You understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna get into some biblical references as well. But we have been forcefully fed ideas that are not ours, and we live life by them. For example, this rapture doctrine. You get what I'm saying? This going to heaven doctrine. There's so many doctrines that we've been given spiritual systems. We've been given a way of life, a culture that is not ours. You know what I'm saying? And it's never been ours. Okay, and so just like just like when we have our sexual innocence taken away from us, this is pretty much the same idea because we're having our spiritual innocence taken away from us. We're having we've been kidnapped, right, by people who don't have our best interests of heart at heart. Why? Because it's based on what they believe is true. They believe we were people that was supposed to serve them. You understand what I'm saying? And so let's get into some biblical references real quick. And this is their idea. This is their spirit. This is their spiritual understanding of who they are. They believe they are the rulers of this earth. You understand what I'm saying? So, for example, biblically, when we look at the children of Israel, right, and we can look in Second Kings, right, when the children of Israel were carried away, right? What's one of the definitions of being raptured, right? To be violently carried away or to be taken away, right? The children of Israel were taken away into captivity. Second Kings 17, got some notes here. Second Kings 17, you can read 5 through 23. You understand what I'm saying? They were violently taken away. They were carried away to Assyria at that time from Samaria. We can also look at Jeremiah 29, 4 through 14. Now, this is we were again taken away, violently taken away to Babylon. You understand what I'm saying? Now, when we can also go to some other um, uh, uh, parts of history, parts of our history as black people. For example, the most popular one is the transatlantic slave trade, right? What happened to us as a people when we were when we went through that, right? We were violently, forcefully raptured away from our home, Western Africa, other parts of Africa, Jerusalem, right? We were forced away as slaves to come over to America, right? And biblically, what the Bible talks about when this stuff happens is that we will lose our identity, right? We will lose our sense of heritage, right? We can look at Jeremiah 17:4, which tells us, right, that we will be discontinued from our heritage, right? We can look at Psalms 83:4, right? That tells us we'll be discontinued from our heritage, right? We can look at things like Deuteronomy 28:37 that will tell us that will become a proverb and a byword, right, to all these other people. And what ultimately happens when we are forcefully taken away, or we forcefully have our innocence taken away from us, we begin to take on these other ideas that are not ours. Right? Bible tells us that we will serve Deuteronomy, I think 4. The Bible tells us that we will begin to serve gods that are not ours, gods of wood and stone. These are gods that these other nations that we are now captive of. These are gods that we will begin to serve. Why? Because we lost our heritage. We don't know who we are. We're taking on someone else's spiritual system, right? We don't know who our God is. You understand what I'm saying? So this rapture doctrine, it's weird because so many people are looking forward to being raptured away, not knowing that, especially in the black church, right? So many people are looking forward to this, not knowing that we continue through our existence here on earth. We've always been raptured. We've always been plundered, right? We've always been taken away as prey, right? We've always been abducted. We've always been snatched away violently. You understand? We've been spiritually, mentally, physically raped.